One of the key things that COVID taught us was about burnout in ways that we had never even considered before. What ended up happening was we got an environmental burnout factor here, and then combined that with all the other environmental burnout factors that have happened over the last 3 years, and it just became way too much for many of us. And one of the things that I have discovered over the last 3 years is the importance of learning how to relax. And more importantly than just learning how to relax, because all of us can go like lay on a beach and relax. The thing is how to turn relaxation into a regular part of our day, week, month. In other words, learning how to relax efficiently, so that we get the break, prevent the burnout without wasting a ton of time. Because all of us can waste a lot of time. But how do we do this efficiently and effectively? Because our future performance depends on doing this one thing really, really well. So here's the thing that happened with a lot of us. If you have a 5-year goal and you burn out in year 2, you're not going to hit that 5-year goal, no matter how hard you worked in those first 2 years. So the key is this: learning how to relax efficiently, as I mentioned before. So in other words, relaxing without taking too much time doing it. This brings up to the concept that I've mentioned before. Some of you have seen me talk about this: recreation versus recreation. So there is a piece of us that can go and just lay on a beach for a week, but you know, that may recreate us, but in reality, there are so many things that we can do to recreate that are more powerful and, very frankly, more practical to do on a day-to-day basis, that enable us to recreate our life without spending tons of times recreating. So I'll give you, and some people may totally disagree with this for your own personal sake, but what I find is, for example, people who get heavily into gaming or Netflix, what ends up happening is you're spending way more time recreating without actually recreating your ability to perform. And so here's what happens. It's different for everyone. And I don't disagree for a moment. There are some people who actually recreate gaming. I totally agree with that. But the vast majority of people don't really. So the question is this: what enables you personally, with your body, your brain, your pressures, your everything else, what enables you personally to relax the best way? And here's the key: you may not even know the best thing for you yet, because you may not have even tried it yet. So who knows? Salsa dancing may be the thing. You've never tried it. That may be the thing that recreates you in a different way than you ever been doing before. Hey, I got a couple of friends that have gotten seriously into pickleball. I've never tried it yet. I'm thinking of trying it because it sounds like a good recreational activity. I'll tell you one of my favorites that I've discovered quite by chance. I've discovered that I love genealogy. Going out and trying to find my ancestors, it's like Sherlock Holmes, you know, looking for clues and putting it all together. And who would have thought genealogy would be a recreation activity for me? Serving others is another really good one. I find when I'm out actively serving others, it gives me hope, it gives me perspective, it gives me all kinds of cool things. Here's a couple other things I think are important that most people don't consider to be recreational, but here's what I find: that just working on a different project can bring a breath of fresh air into me and my life and the things that I'm working on right now. Or how about this? Same work, different place, hammock, outside. Yeah, there's some work that Can't efficiently happen in a hammock. There's some work that definitely can. Or out on a pontoon boat. Just go someplace different and work there. Or how about this one? Focusing on a different aspect of the same project. Okay, so same project, but at some point I got to do graphics on it. So I'm going to go off and work on graphics on this for a little while. Takes me out of the grind of, let's say I was writing primarily, and that was what I was primarily doing. Okay, I'm going to go work on graphics for a bit. Recreates me so I can go back to the writing part. Or how about this one? A lot of people tend to take Friday afternoons or take Friday off during the summer. How about if we just make a goal that we will never work another Friday in our life? Or a different way of looking at it. How about if we take Fridays for the rest of our life or working life to be strategic? In other words, instead of doing the things that I normally do on Fridays, I'm going to do some research. I'm going to learn something that will help me to do better in the things that I do. Or I'm just going to go explore different options. And what I find is when I do that on Fridays, it brings back life into the entire process. But it does it without wasting a bunch of time. That's what I mean when I talk about efficient relaxation. Okay? So think about that. I encourage you to step outside your normal habits. So a lot of people, when you talk about recreation and recreation, they say things like, Marie just wrote hiking, swimming, making chocolate. So anything physical for her. Well, Marie and other people, I encourage you to step outside your normal habits. Are there things that you could be doing that will, in addition to those ones you're doing? I'm not saying stop hiking and swimming and doing physical things. Absolutely don't. But there might be things that you just don't know about that could serve the function of even more efficiently relaxing for you. In other words, hey, my invitation for all of us is to find other ways to relax, especially while we've got this what may be a temporary lull in the environmental factors around us. I guarantee you the environmental factors are going to step back up again. It may not be COVID. It may be politics. It may be all kinds of things. But, you know, take wherever you are right now. And it's like, let's start banking some relaxation habits so that we've got them figured out and we know how to do them and we know where to go to get them so that we've got them when we have even more pressure on us in the future. Those are my thoughts. Love to hear yours. Put them in the comments. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.